Hey everybody! I'm going to do a microphone check here. So if everybody could just tell me if they can hear me. And what is it about these pine needles, Easy Efro? You're not supposed to put them in your eye. Thank you, D'Artagnan. Welcome everybody. Awesome. Awesome. Everything sounds good. Great. Perfect. Okay, well, welcome to number 7. That's that many of Scribbles with Chris Ryniak. Welcome to the Critter crew, you regulars here, and welcome to anybody who's new. If this is your first time, hello. Don't be afraid to chat. Everybody's friendly. I had to move my iPad to watch the chat over here, so if I'm not doing my normal eye line, I'm looking over there. I'm having an issue with my eye, which means I have about half, maybe 3/4 vision in my left eye, so I'm gonna have to like squint and stuff. So if I misread something, it's not just because I'm illiterate, it's because I can't see it very well. So, did everyone have a nice weekend? Comic Candace says, yes, I did. I drove up to Michigan and spent the weekend with my folks. Went to Greenfield Village with Amanda. If you've never been there, it's this really awesome historical park that's full of like historical buildings that were moved there from all over the world. I think some were brought over from England. It's a really cool place if you ever get a chance to go there in Detroit. It's a really beautiful park and a lot of history there. So super fun stuff for boring old people like me. We missed you, Chris. Oh, thank you so much, Kesho. Let's see. A week is too long between Critter Crew gatherings. I agree. Well, that was totally my fault, so you guys can blame me for that. But let's see. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday yet. I know you said it's early, but it is not my birthday yet. But thank you so much, Kesho. It is on Saturday. And I'm deciding not to age anymore. So this will be my last birthday. But thank you for the awesome birthday wishes. I appreciate it. So today, as always, it is Thursday, which means it is the day where I work on Kaiju for tomorrow's Kaiju Friday. We get cake, right? You can totally go, Kesho, you can totally go to the store and get cake and eat it in honor of my birthday. I would mail you some, but it would be moldy and squished by the time you get there. I think I'm gonna eat cake, but I am gonna show you guys the doodle I did, because I always do a sort of rough drawing beforehand of what I'm gonna draw for the feed, just so I'm not going in blind. So tomorrow's or for tonight's sketch is going to be this craggy guy. So I wanted to do like sort of a rock craggy kaiju with a bunch of spikes that are broken off, and like his tail is sort of broken off. So yeah, I thought this guy would be fun, and he's not too dissimilar. I mean, he's similar to things that I've done before, but he's a little bit different. So this is what we're drawing tonight, and we'll see how I do. And like last time, I started from the very beginning, from nothing. So hopefully I can get it in the middle of the page again. But I'll be looking that away over at my sketch to make sure I get it right. So a critter eating a cake, that'll probably be for my birthday. I'll probably draw a birthday drawing. Although it's Saturday, I don't draw on Fridays. Let's see. Let's see. There will be a special cake involved photo on my Instagram on Saturday for you. Oh, thank you so much, Kesho. I appreciate it. I don't even know what I'm doing on my birthday this year. So let's see. Okay, I'm gonna get started on this guy. Did you guys all have a good weekend? For you, those of you in the States, what did you do for the Independence Day celebration? I hope you all blew things up. I mean, within the law. All right. Again, I don't want to get bogged down in details before I get the rough in, because then I'll have to do a lot of erasing. Let's just get the silhouette down first. Ridiculously hot here. Where are you at again, Kesho? I always forget. See, I painted a watercolor for you for your birthday of my favorite creature, Burblebum. What is the best way to send you a picture? I would say you could tweet it to me on Twitter. That might be the best way to do it. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. I'll for sure get it there. Let's see. Ethan says, I cursed my neighbors with a clenched fist for lighting fireworks after 11 p.m. Well, yeah, what do you expect? America. Let's see. Not too bad here. Then again, we have pretty much been stuck in my house in front of the fan. Portland. Yeah, so we were, Amanda and I we're kind of crabby old people, and we were driving, so we didn't really care to see fireworks. We see them all the time. So we were driving from Michigan to Ohio at about 10 p.m., which is when most of the fireworks displays were being set off. And it takes about 2.5 hours to drive from where my parents live to here. And so we saw probably 50 different fireworks displays from the freeway. So it was probably actually better than going to a crowded park full of screaming kids and, lots of traffic. It was kind of nice. We get to see all the home jobs from out in farmland, and we got to see a couple of big ones, like over Toledo. There were some big fireworks displays going off, so it was pretty cool actually. I'd been in an airplane once on the 4th of July, which was pretty cool. So yeah, I have our town lights off a pretty decent display, and we're about maybe a half a mile from where they light them off. So every year we usually just walk down there. But then, the traffic getting out of our town is insane. So, and I just walk by and laugh. So, I have some news for everybody. I did get an email from Twitch the other day about I am now eligible to be an affiliate, which happened pretty quickly, which is pretty awesome. I am currently going through the process right now of setting all that up, so possibly by Monday, if they approve the emotes that I put in, I think that's how it goes through. So we'll see, but you will be able to subscribe possibly by the next time, if not Monday, probably Thursday. I think they have to approve a few things, but yeah, so it happened. So we are approved for the affiliate program through Twitch. So thank you, Derek. I appreciate it. I'm not sure, exactly what it all means. I think I do. I did some reading up on it. But I looked into the partnership program through Twitch also, which has a lot more benefits to it. However, what they ask of me is not what I can provide in terms of time So the affiliate program actually works out a lot better for me. So I will be setting all that up. And I'm getting congratulations from everyone. Thank you so much, everybody. It's funny how this little thing has just sort of evolved into a thing once I just decided to do it. And you guys are along for the ride, and I appreciate you all being here. And it's awesome because you guys helped grow it. So thank you to the Critter Crew, to everybody who was here from when I was on Instagram, streaming live first, that followed me over here, and all you guys that have been, following my work for years, and to all the new people. Oh, the news, Comic Candace, is that I was approved for the affiliate program for Twitch. So I'm currently going through the process right now of setting all that up. So soon there will be a fancy subscribe button up above the video if you're watching on a computer. I don't really know what that looks like on a mobile device. But speaking of mobile devices, you like that segue? I'm getting better at this, guys. I decided that Amanda has an iPad Pro, and I had been toying with the idea of getting one for myself this year, and she has the small one, which I think is a 13-inch one, and I went and bought myself one yesterday, and I got no, she has the small, she has like the 9-inch, so I got the 12.9-inch one, which is gigantic. So hey Jake, oh, thank you Maker Geek, affiliate hype. Anyway, I went and got myself the biggest, strongest, most powerful, fastest iPad Pro as of yesterday, which will probably be making an appearance on the show. Oh, you just subscribed. Wow. I guess it's already there. Oh, awesome. So I guess you can subscribe now. Thank you so much, D'Artagnan. Let's see. Do you think the iPad would replace your sketchbooks? I don't think so. The reason why I got it is it's really good for doing line work, for finished work like stickers and for graphics, for packaging and stuff like that. So it's a little nicer than using a Wacom tablet. Let's see. Wait, did you get affiliate? Yes, I did get affiliate, and apparently the subscribe button is already there, which I did not know. I do not. Let's see. I do not have emotes set up yet. I'm going to be doing that over the next week. So they have to approve those apparently. But thank you for the congrats. Let's see, and Netflix. Yes, Maker Geek. Yeah, you can watch Netflix huge on the big iPad. So let's see. I'll have to get a bit cup set up too. Yeah, I don't really understand that one. I will probably be bugging you about that one, Hannah, because I have no clue what that is. I see it on other people's channels, and I kind of get it, but yeah, maybe we'll have to educate everybody on all this new tech. But I'm super stoked on the iPad Pro because I have an iPad 2 that I'm currently using, which is only good for watching Netflix. So you'll probably see it here, and I'll probably do some finished work on it. So let's see. Sorry for asking an admin kind of question. Now that I can subscribe, I want to link my account to Amazon Prime. Do I just do that in settings? I do not know how to do that. But Jake says yes. So listen to Jake. Let's see. Okay, people in the States can watch advertisements to earn bits or buy bits, and we drop them in the chat, and they drop in your cup. Oh, okay. Well, I will. I'll try to get that set up. like I said, I didn't know the subscribe button was gonna pop up so fast. I thought it wasn't gonna show up until after I did the emotes. So I'm sorry if I was a little premature on that, but you can go ahead and subscribe now if you want to, because I'm gonna be around for a while. What do bits do? They give Chris money. I like bits already. Oh, they're like bits of money. They're like a penny, I think, right? Or even less. Yeah, see, I've seen it in action, but I didn't understand what it was. So I made myself a really complicated critter here. So bear with me as I struggle through this. And also my eye is really causing me problems today, so it's hard to see where things are in space when one of your eyes isn't working properly. Let's see. So you need Twitch Prime to subscribe to channels now? Sorry, I've not been on here in a while. It's all new. I'm not sure if you need Twitch Prime to subscribe to channels. Let's see. Okay, time for what did you have for dinner? Well, we were super lazy today. Actually, that is not true. We were not lazy. We were very, very, very busy today. So we went to Panera and we got, what did I eat? I had a bacon turkey avocado BLT, and what else did I have? I had a Fuji apple chicken salad to go along with that, and it was delicious. So that's what I had. And I think Amanda had some sort of corn chowder, which I tried, and that was pretty awesome. So what did you have for dinner? Let's see. Oh, okay. Thank you, Hannah Mayhem, for pointing that out to Beanie Bat, that you do not. You can either do Amazon Prime or pay for subscriptions. Let's see. You do not need it. You can pay with Twitch Prime. It's free. Let's see. No, if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to a channel for free each month. Channel still gets the money, though. Awesome. Yes. You can still follow channels without paying for the channels, though. So. And for some reason, I'm not getting the... I'm not getting the alerts when people are subscribing, because I just got 3 subscribers and the alerts aren't showing up. So I'm gonna look for 1 second here to see if I can figure this out, if you guys don't mind. Just bear with me for a second while I do some technical stuff. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I know. I have a subscribe. Here, wait. Let me test this. All right, so that should. Hold on a second. I'm trying to fix this. I will be back in the chat for 1 second. Also, if you got any legal stuff to read over about what you can discuss on air, you're gonna want to look over that. Like, you can't discuss what percentage of money you get via subs and stuff. Okay, I can do that. Are you guys getting any of the alerts showing up? That's not the right one. I do not know why any of this stuff is not working. You saw when I subscribed. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I don't want to like screw this up while this is happening. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to go quiet for 1 second, okay? All right, I'm back on. I was trying to ask Amanda for some help. Unfortunately, I do not know how to fix this. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. You guys get to watch me do my that's not what I want. All right. Oh yeah, you noticed my Totoro shirt. Okay, I have this thing turned on and I do not know why it's not working, but it may still work. So when you get subscribed, hopefully something else will pop up. If not, I will have that fixed for next time. It's working. See, look, watch this, watch. See, I'm following myself, so you guys saw that. Yes, it is a skeletal Totoro shirt. This was by, I can't remember the name of their company, but a good friend of mine who is another live streamer cosplayer, Vampy Bit Me. She has a company that makes t-shirts, and this was their skeletal Totoro shirt. So, sorry I was out for a second there. I was trying to figure out my problems, but let's see. Oh, Mikey the Thumb is back and says it's time for some Ryniak action. Yeah, it's about time that came back, right? What is the purpose of the higher dollar subscriptions? It is for exclusive emotes. So just like Hannah said, so each tier has a specific emote. So, and I think you can only get those. You like the higher dollar. Each one has like an exclusive one. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. I have some ideas, but we will see. That lip is giving me all kinds of lip. Give me all kinds of trouble. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Fiend or foe? Yes, that is it. Very good. Let's see. I did notice the summer theme for Morning Scribbles. Do I win a prize, Kesho? Yes, you get my undying affection. Thank you for noticing. Yes, so I was going to start a hashtag for Summer Scribbles, but I don't know. I don't know if do people read hashtags anymore except for on Twitter? I tried to theme out my drawings. So like obviously for October they're all Halloween themed. And during December they're all winter and Christmas themed. So I thought it might be fun. This was the first year I'm doing it to do all summer themed for July. So yeah, so I've been going a little crazy with the summer theme stuff. Let's see. Hashtags are big on IG. I know they are, but I don't know. I always feel like I'm just spamming people with hashtags. Although I did notice that some tattoo artist recently is trying to hijack the Morning Scribbles hashtag. which he's either doing it unknowingly or knowingly. So, Derek says, by the way, I really like this guy you're working on now. Thank you so much, Derek. Yeah, he's coming up pretty good. I'm noodling it a little bit, which means I'm kind of taking my time because I'm having a hard time seeing. Let's see, which they count as extra subscriptions for Chris. So a 25, blah blah blah. Yeah, listen to Hannah. She knows what she's talking about more than I do. I'm new here. Hi, I'm Chris. I'm new here. I'm trying to think if there's any. Oh, I was talking about my iPad Pro. Let's see. My buddies and I use Dungeon Drawing Dudes on Instagram. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's just a good way. I thought if you look up the Kaiju Friday hashtag, I thought that I had only done like 15 of them, but there's like 26 or something like that. So I've been doing this for half of a year now. So it's a good way to just kind of look stuff up, like if you know what you're looking for. But then always somebody throws in something stupid that doesn't match the hashtag. Let's see. We love Dungeons and Dragons crap. Oh, it's not crap. Unless you're using crap like, as a term of endearment, then it's totally crap. Yeah, I never got into Dungeons and Dragons. It's one thing that, like, I don't know. I think my leisure time has to not involve any thinking or work whatsoever. No offense. It's not you, it's me. Let's see. Hannah Mayhem loves Twitch. Well, it shows, because you are a hotbed of information, and it is appreciated. Let's see, endearment for sure. It's like I always called my kids little turds, but I meant that as like a term of endearment. So it was usually when they were doing something like, turd worthy, getting into trouble. Let's see, I played VTM, which makes me old just saying that. I don't even know what that means. Let's see, how was my fourth? My fourth was lovely. I didn't do anything. I actually fell asleep on my parents' in my parents' screen porch. We just hung out at their house. My mom got a cake for me. They took me out to dinner at this awesome barbecue place in Detroit called Bad Brad's. And yeah, we just kind of hung out, which we hadn't done in a while. We shot some videos, some videos that we're going to be using for our Comic-Con display with Thimblestump Hollow figures. So yeah, we just kind of hung out. It was awesome. Vampire the Masquerade tabletop game like D&D. Huh. See how out of the loop I am? Yeah. Amanda says she totally used to play that. So, the disembodied voice from the other room, the real nerd in the house, knows what you're talking about. Let's see. Wait. There are other barbecue places other than Slows in Detroit? Well, it's technically not in Detroit. It's in... I've never been to Slows. I almost went there once, but it was too crowded. Kesha says, high five, Amanda. I think that's worthy of an Amanda sighting. She wasn't technically here, but, she's getting lazy. Yeah, it's in, like, it's not in Shelby Township. It's sort of up that way. It's north of Detroit. It's in the great northern suburbs, sort of like up by Lakeside Mall. But it's pretty good. So, yeah, I've been telling Amanda that I'm gonna rig up some sort of home job smoker in the backyard and try smoking some meat in the backyard. I don't know if I'm dedicated enough to go out and purchase a smoker. We'll see. I don't have a lot of patience for things, so yeah. So I'm just gonna do something sort of hackneyed and DIY and see what I can burn in the backyard. Let's see. I saw the banner for Thimblestump Hollow that Amanda shared in the last stream. Great job, Amanda. I'm so excited for you. Made the fuzzy moth one of the critters. Yes. So, yeah, there was a couple of new little critters in the banner that Amanda shared last stream that are teasers for the upcoming Thimblestump Hollow 2 series that is probably coming out within the year, I would say. We're still at the very beginning stages, and these things can tend to take a very long time. So I made his hand way too small, but I'm just gonna go with it anyway. He's not as like lunky as I wanted him to be. You can tell like in the drawing here. See how much bigger his hand is? All right, I'm gonna have you guys make the call. What do you think? Make the arm bigger or leave it as is? It makes no difference to me. I can go bigger. So typically what I would do in a situation like this is I would just erase it and start over. So that's like a big lesson for artists typically, is like, don't be too precious about things, even if you do it right. Even if it looks good, you got to be able to just let it go and make it right. So let's see. Somebody says I like it smaller. Somebody says big arm, bigger. I like the comically large hand, bigger. Okay, sorry. So everybody says bigger. Most people are saying, let's see, we got one bigger. One. Let's see, 1, 2, 3 for bigger. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. It looks like we're leaving it small. So, yep. Looks like the Critter Crew has spoken. We're going to go with the smaller arm. I don't know if that was worthy of an air horn, but... Okay, Mikey the Thumb. That brings it 4 to 5. So, I'm just going to go... I'm going to go with what you guys said. This is a democracy. It's not going to the electoral vote. So, all right, we are going to keep it small. But honestly, it would not have hurt my feelings if I would have had to redraw it. Because I'm used to messing up and having to redo things. At least it was close. Yes, it was close. So I have not posted it yet, but over on Patreon in the next... Well, I'll probably do it tonight, actually, before I go to bed. I am going to post a in-progress picture of the display for San Diego Comic-Con and a recount. Let's see. So I'm going to post a picture of the display for San Diego Comic-Con. I finished all the sculpting on it. And it is ready to show off at least. It looks pretty cool all sculpted. I'm going to start painting it tomorrow. There's a lot of like nuts and bolts things I got to do on this thing literally, because it's a stump and there's a branch and there's roots and a couple other things that need to be bolted in so that the whole thing can be taken apart and shipped, because it's quite large. So if you're over on Patreon tonight, you'll see a picture of it. So let's see. Hello, Rebecca. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello. Everybody's so friendly. See, okay, so the magic number looks like it's 27 right now. So steady. Always about the same amount of people in here. You guys are magical. Let's see. Will I be able to reuse display for all future conventions? So I don't think that we will be able to reuse it for other conventions, because it's quite large. And you've seen our display. We had to implement a second table for 5 points And that's probably what we're gonna do for Designer Con as well. So we're not going to be able to use it, but with the plan was with the second series coming up, we thought it would be really good to reuse it for whatever cardboard spaceship. They're the ones who are making the toys. We thought it'd be good for them to be able to use it whenever they need to, like for San Diego Comic-Con. It's pretty cool, and it goes together really easily, and it's, I want to say it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 7 major pieces, and then there's a bunch of little pieces that go onto it. So it's really fun because it looks like a big like action figure play set, and that along with Amanda's giant backdrop, which is on its way to us right now. It was just shipped. Those two things coupled together will make for a really nice display. So I beat you to it, Amanda.
Hi.
Amanda's got wine, everybody. Amanda's got wine.
Always. I mean, not always. Just for this. Sorry, I was folding laundry.
Oh, you should be sorry that you were folding laundry. Kesher says, whoever's going to San Diego Comic-Con better get loads of photos of this.
Oh, our display?
Yeah. Kesher says, hello, Amanda.
Hello! I'm getting on Twitch now.
Oh, Josiel says, oh, hey, girl.
Hey!
I wish I could hear his voice saying it, though.
It'd be better.
Josiel, have you been lurking this whole time? So wait until you guys see what else we've been working on. If you're on Patreon, you've already seen them. Hands up to everybody who's seen the new minifigures over on Patreon. Let's see. Amanda, Maker Geek says, how's your channel coming along? You guys heard that, right? Oh, I need to do something. What does that even mean?
It means I can't figure out what to stream.
Maybe you should ask the people in the stream what they would like to see, because we've decided that you guys don't really care what I'm doing. You just want to talk to me. Let's see. Where's Tiny Props Talk with Amanda?
See, you're right. That's what I need to do. I need to ready some props and then just do it. I need to build Pipsqueak some camping stuff.
Tiny Props.
So he needs like a tent and fishing pole.
Maker Geek says just be you, Amanda.
Okay,
I'm gonna say something real mushy here, and I mean this, because she lives in my house, and we're probably gonna get married. But Amanda literally is one of the most interesting people I've ever met. So I don't know if that's mushy, but
that's very sweet.
But I really mean that, and I am easily bored. So take that for what it is. You're welcome. I mean that. I'm endlessly entertained by you. She's very funny, too. Comic Candace says, oh, gross.
I'm also really bad at Twitch because I can't figure out where the chat is.
Uh-oh.
I had to re-sign in and now I'm all messed up.
Uh-oh. Did you lose the chat?
I lost the chat.
My moderator over here, guys. Interesting, yes. Bad at Twitch, yes. I'm bad at Twitch too. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's see. Oh, Josiel says he gets dibs on being the flower girl.
Granted.
Let's see. We'll watch you fold laundry, Amanda.
Guys, I legit can't find the chat.
Is it the new app on iOS? No, she's looking at it on her laptop. Here, stand by. I'm going to try to help Amanda. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
1 second, guys. You guys talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
Use this.
It's not going well.
Oh, is that it? Touch that.
No, that's your
That's
whispers. What did you do?
I didn't do anything. You're the one that logged me out.
I don't know.
I'll keep figuring it. You go.
Okay. You guys, I couldn't fix it. I couldn't.
Found it.
Oh, she found it, everybody.
There's a nearly invisible arrow that you have to touch.
As soon as the man walked away, something got done. Let that be a lesson to you, ladies. See, caps lock. Oh, yeah, as soon as I walked away, they started the caps lock party. But you see, I have that turned off now because I know how much you guys like your caps lock, and I wanted you to be able to have the freedom to caps lock whenever you wanted. So, all right, now that Amanda's here, I can stop talking. Woo! Amanda made it work! So yeah, help everybody else figure out what went wrong there.
I just had something to laugh.
Grandma. This is taking an extraordinarily long time to get this drawing down. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's something up with my alerts. They're not popping up. So we've got a bunch of subscribers and none of the alerts popped up. So gonna have to go in and see if I can fix that. But yeah, apparently my subscribe button is already there, Amanda.
Nice. That was fast.
Yeah, now I just got to get those emotes so everybody can use them. Let's see. Probably because his arms are too little, so it's extra hard. That's true, yeah. I'm making up for going a week without a stream, Chris. Yeah, I'm really taking my time and milking this one so that like you guys get your money's worth here.
Did you tell them that we listened to John Philip Sousa on the way home from Michigan?
Oh, no, I didn't. So on the way home from Michigan on the 4th of July, we decided to listen to Stars and Stripes Forever from, what was it, the Marine Band?
Yeah.
You know, just to get in the spirit, and we've been singing it ever since.
It's kind of an amazing song.
Yeah, it's totally an amazing song. You know, it's funny though. There's so many different parts to that song. I could have sworn that was 3 different songs.
I'm not even a super patriotic person, but that song, like,
oh, it's amazing.
It like fills me with pride whenever
Yeah,
I hear it.
it's as patriotic as Sam Eagle. It really is. See, we're gonna have to form a support group for the times when you're gone and don't stream. Critter Crew support group. Oh no.
Or maybe we should figure out how to stream from the road.
Yeah, I can do it. I don't think I can do it on Twitch because I think you need like some serious bandwidth to be able to do it. But
I wonder if we could do it on Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah, we can, but you know, we want to keep everybody together here. We don't want to have to jump around and go to different formats.
Situation.
Oh, emergency streaming. So like, yeah, I can do it off of Instagram.
Yeah.
Or yeah, I mean, if we're out and about, we can totally do that.
Because there's gonna be times where we're gone for a whole week.
That's true. Like coming up when we go to San Diego Comic-Con. San Diego Comic-Con coming up, everybody. It's what is it, the 19th through the 20th?
20th through the 23rd?
The 20. Well, it's the 19th because preview night. So, yeah. So, San Diego Comic-Con is one of those things, and maybe we've talked about this before, that we have this like, I wouldn't even call it a love-hate relationship. I'd definitely call it a something-hate relationship. What is it? A tolerance-hate relationship. And a part of the problem too is like, with the advent of, it's a two-pronged attack. So less Okay, more relevance on entertainment properties at San Diego Comic-Con, less on toys and collectibles, and then things like Designer Con and Five Points Festival more targeted towards our specific scene. Have made it like a little depressing going there because like all our friends aren't there anymore. But with the growth of what we're doing with Thimblestump Hollow, it's definitely an arena that we need to participate in. And we get to see less of our fans because it's so hard to get into. It's so expensive, and it's really something though. I mean, it's an event to behold for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's so expensive and so difficult to get into. And I mean, I've been lucky because I've been an exhibitor all this time, so it's easy for me to get in. But yeah, so it's one of those things that, like, if I didn't have to be there, really, I don't think I would be. Let's see. Meh hate. Let's see. What do you call CMR?
He said a Ryniak acronym.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. That's
good.
Well done. You know what that one's gonna get though? Well done. That was like it's a slow clap. Let's see. I'm horrible in crowds, but so wish I was going. Yeah, the crowds are crazy. Let's see. Comic-Con means you'll miss at least one stream. So, yeah, I'll try to do something while we're gone. Maybe on Instagram. Let's see. So your Thimblestump exclusive is a different booth, right? No. It's all. We're gonna be at Cardboard Spaceship the whole time. So we haven't posted like our signing times or anything, but that'll be soon. But that's the only place where we'll have anything. I think Roto Fuji is going to have some exclusive, if not exclusive, just different color Snibora at their booth. They may have some Figgle bits that I think they might have the blue ones still. But I'm not doing anything else with anyone else at anyone else's booth. So it's just Cardboard Spaceship. So everything that we have, including the new little minis, those will be at Cardboard Spaceship. So the new minis are kind of companion pieces for Thimblestump Hollow. So that's where those will be. We named them today, which is always a fun process.
Sometimes easier than others.
Sometimes very easy, sometimes very difficult. Let's see. Yes, all of our stuff will be at Cardboard Spaceship, Derek. So should I just tell them when I name them? So my guy's name is Wee Beetle, and Amanda's name, which was the harder one to get to because her naming convention is a little different than mine. Mine's just ridiculous. You just throw a bunch of words together and make word sandwich. Hers are a little more thoughtful and conceptual and smart. They're more like her. So yeah, they're full of brain power. And mine are just like words. Hers is named Edison, but it's conceptual. So if you know what the figure looks like, you'll understand. But I'm super excited for everybody to see those guys. As soon as we, I have to make another mold tomorrow, a production mold for them, and then I will show them off to the world. Amanda's very excited to show them off. Let's see. Yes, Kesho, that means you have to head right to Cardboard Spaceship's booth. Yes, that is probably smart. Will they be available outside of the shows? The new minis, yes, they will be. We're not really sure on a release schedule yet. This is the first time they're being released, so we're figuring out some stuff. They might be produced in vinyl. They'll probably be produced in resin a couple times. So, yeah. Let's see. Is Amanda's character bulbous? No, actually. That's a very good guess.
Good guess, though.
That's a very good guess. My character is very bulbous. Possibly the most bulbous thing outside of Round Bat that I have ever made. Would you say he's more or less bulbous than Round Bat?
Well, I mean, Round Bat's a sphere.
He's a sphere. He's like, yeah. You could draw like continents on him and use him as a globe.
So I don't know if you can get more bulbous than a sphere.
That's true. He's very spherical.
Weebeetle might actually be more wide than a sphere.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's
real wide.
He's oblong. He's a weird one. He's very cute though. I'm very, very happy with the way he turned out. So those ones, I used a different kind of clay because I'm having a really hard time with monster clay, getting this small. So it was my mixture of monster clay with CX5 that I'd been experimenting with, and it was much easier to make small details. But I'm thinking of going even harder for the clay next time. So I might try some toy wax, or I might just try, mixing up something of my own. But after working with the CX5 for a little bit, I think I might be able to just use it straight. I was a little afraid of it at first because it wasn't very malleable, but I think I might be able to work with it now that I understand that I don't want it to be malleable that small. Let's see. A moth, perhaps? Winky face robot? Let's see. Whoa, experimenting with CX5 and crayons mixed. That's pretty crazy. So what is that like? I'd imagine that, crayons are not super soft. So are you trying to make it softer, or what's the outcome of that experiment? Let's see. Are you done with Magic Sculpt? No, I'm not actually. So I'm making that's a good question, Josiel. I don't like Magic Sculpt. I almost went, I love it. No, I don't like Magic Sculpt for a few reasons. But there are definitely some things that it's good for, like making large scale sculptures. But I'm using the freeform habitat more because it's easier for my hands. It's easier to mix. It's a little more fussy because it's sticky, but you can really control the consistency, and it's like way easier to mix. So the big display that I'm working on for Comic-Con is all foam and Magic Sculpt. I think I used 2 whole buckets of it, so yeah, I'm definitely still using it. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. I know how to use it. I just don't like it. So I wish there was something that was like the consistency of Monster Clay that would air dry like Magic Sculpt.
Yes, companies make it.
If somebody can make that, put that out to the world. If somebody can develop that, I will be super stoked. Let's see. Oh, so mixing with the crayons makes it softer than hard and less flaky. Oh, nice. Let's see. Also, I like color options. That's fun. Let's see. Is this kaiju of volcanic origins? His horn looks like a volcano. I keep thinking of the creature on Herculoids. Oh, I forget the name of that creature. Yeah, he was awesome. I think he's just kind of stone-based. I don't know if volcanic, but he could be. How do you handle cramping pain when drawing, sculpting, painting? I have carpal tunnel and tendonitis, so some days I last about 10 minutes, then it's just pain. So I have pain pretty much constantly in my hands from the psoriatic arthritis. And yeah, some days I just need to stop, but most of the time I don't have the luxury of stopping, so I just kind of have to do it, like keep going. Sometimes I'll just switch gears from things that are less painful, from things that are painful to less painful. I typically have a lot of different things to do. Like if I have to like glue eyes in minis, I'll switch over to that. But because mine has nothing to do with repetition and use or anything, it's just kind of painful no matter what I do. So some days it's painful, and because it's an autoimmune thing. It doesn't make sense in terms of like why I'm in pain. I just am. So it's a difficult thing to juggle. I mean, it's actually why my eye is doing what it is. It's all connected. But yeah, there you go. You didn't need to know all that. Let's see. Like monster clay that can air dry. Absolutely, Josiel. That is what I want to exist in this world. And if it does, someone please tell me. And if it doesn't, someone please develop that. Because I know many people that can use it. I'm using the Habitat because my friend Frank Ippolito turned me onto it. He did this really, really large monster from Monster Hunter for E3 a couple years ago. And I think it was the Gore Magala, I think was the name of that creature.
Wow, good memory.
And see, okay, that was, what, 10 seconds in, I broke a lead? Gotta have an alert sound for that. Let's see. Kind of like an inflammatory response to stress. Kind of, but it's not. It just happens when I'm stressed and when I'm not stressed. So, and the problem is, oh, okay. See that garbage? Look at that. It's okay. I'm convinced that this lead is no good. The problem is like anti-inflammatory stuff, like medications and stuff, and even like, you know, holistic things like turmeric and all that stuff. I can't take that because there's oxalates in it, and I'm prone to kidney stones. See, I'm a mess, guys. My body just hates me.
This is true.
Amanda's been with me for a while, and she knows that I'm trying to advance my lead over here. If you guys are wondering what the hell's happening. She's been with me long enough to know that I was just born with a lemon of a body. So I do what I can. I try not to let it stop me, but it definitely bums me out. Like, I've been real kind of depressed about the eye thing lately, but I can't let it stop me. Let's see. I found out a few months ago that I have arthritis too, but it's all on my feet and knees so far. It is no fun. I feel for you. Let's see. I get it. Diabetics, autoimmune issues make total sense to me. Yeah, bodies are weird, man. Autoimmune stuff is not fun, and it's like one of those, like, what do you do? You know. Let's see. Thanks for all the hard work, Chris. We really appreciate it, and now even more so. Well, thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. You rock even more knowing that. Oh, geez, thanks. Dude, you get kidney stones too? So I had this discussion with Andrew Bell, who's also had a kidney stone, a monster kidney stone. I had a really awful one, but what was it, 3 years ago now?
Yeah, it was bad.
It was so bad, and I went in. Amanda took me into the emergency room. It was the middle of the night. Took me in the emergency room. I'm screaming in pain. For all the cliches you always hear about, oh, kidney stones are the most painful thing. I can attest to that, having broken many bones and have lacerations and things like that. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced. So, yeah, I went through 2 surgeries. It was pretty rough. But anyway, I'm pretty sure, because I've had the same pain, but not as severe since then. And my doctor told me that, like, once you find out that you're a producer of kidney stones, like, you don't just stop producing them. Like, you're sort of at risk for producing them. So I'm pretty sure, because I've felt the same pain since, but nowhere near as severe, not for as long either, that I probably had a few more. But yeah, anytime I get like an inkling of that pain, I'm like, no, not this again. Because last time it was like 2 weeks out of my life. So
I'm ready when you are.
yeah,
though.
Amanda's
Bags packed, ready for the ER.
Amanda knows to take me to the ER. Let's see. I know you mentioned the kidney stone last stream. I had one in January, laying in the hospital, severely dehydrated and with a double bacteria infection. No, that sucks. Let's see. They're the worst. I completely empathize. I've had 3 so far. The worst 3. Oh. Yeah, mine was, what did they say, 8mm?
It's a big one.
And then they did the lithotripsy, which is like sound wave, and they tried to break it apart, and it just broke in half. So it broke into 2 impassable stones, and then they had to go in after it. So it was not fun. But boy, Amanda's got some great stories about me on drugs.
Chris is very funny on drugs.
on Dilaudid.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nearly got thrown into surgery, but avoided it at the last minute. Oh, that's good. See, the critter crew understands we're all a hot mess. Yeah, it sounds like it. Well, we're all human, and I think like people have to understand at some point they're gonna have to go through some stupid, terrible, uncomfortable, embarrassing, thing that's super humbling and just kind of makes you understand that everybody's going through this garbage. And when you're the one going through it, you're often more, I mean, the people around you are typically take it a little harder than you do because you're just dealing with it. But I mean, yeah, everybody's got something, right? And I've gotten a lot of the stuff I have is hereditary, and it's just what I got to deal with. It could be way worse. Could be better, of course. There's days where I wake up and I'm angry about it, but because it's not because of anything that I did in terms of my my diet or any of that. It's just there. It's just genetic. So, but I'm dealing with it. I'm okay. Amanda's talking about me on opiates. I had to get a root canal today. Ended with me having to get a layer of my gums. Oh, with a laser. No! I didn't even know that was a thing either. So you could barely walk all winter. Oh, that's terrible. Kidney stones are bringing us together. Andrew Bell and I were talking about making like a special, like a pin for people who have been through kidney stones. It would just look like a rock with a yuck face on it or something. Let's see, I have a form of arthritis, inflammation, the spaces between my ribs that used to require cortisone injections. Oh man. Oh, that's really terrible.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Right on your chest like that?
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
that's rough. Yeah, see, like I said, it could always be worse. I'm sorry that it's worse for you, but yeah, that's pretty terrible. Oh, here I'm gonna tell you about one of my shots, and then we should move on to something more pleasant. The worst shot I ever got was in my eyelid, so I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm just gonna let you guys, imagine that one yourself. And it wasn't just one, it was 6, because I'm not affected by numbing agents, and they didn't know that at the time. So yeah, there you go.
Good job being resistant to Novocaine.
6 shots in my eyelid. So let's see. Yeah. Eyelid, you win. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Let's see, on a happier note, Critter Crew logo. I was thinking about it today, but I did not do anything with it because it's in my brain. I'm not gonna reveal any of my thoughts on it yet. I want it to be a surprise, but it might take me a little bit to get to it. But I also have to make some emotes for the subscribers, so maybe some of those will intersect. Maybe. Let's see. I actually found an osteopath to help me, so I don't have to go through those shots anymore. That's good. Okay, Chris, you went and my eyes are watering.
That's pretty bad.
It was awful. It was really awful. It's not the worst thing I ever went through, but that was the worst shot I ever got. So, what should we talk about next? And we were talking about injuries last time. So let's what should we talk about next? Did we watch any good TV recently? Oh, we watched was it the finale or was it
the season finale?
We watched the season finale of American Gods, if anybody's watching that.
It was bonkers.
It was bonkers crazy. I had a few critiques, I think is the right word. But I often find that when I have critiques for things, it's not because I dislike them, it's because I like them so much that I want them to be better. If that makes any sense. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Like, I care about it, and I want it to, like, be as good as it can be. And there's definitely some things, although we did just find out that Floria Sigmondi is the director, which makes a lot of sense, and also, explains some of the cheesiness. But it also explains some of the cooler stuff, some of the cooler visuals that are taking place in that show. So, Comic Candace saw it. So, don't bother going to Despicable Me 3. It was pretty terrible. I don't think I was gonna go to that anyway.
That's a good included with your Netflix subscription movie.
Yeah, or like I'm stuck on an airplane and nothing else is on. Except for like 15 Korean movies that you can't, you don't know what they're saying. Let's see. I just watched Jaws a bunch on TV. A bunch? Like you watched it more than once? Yeah, Jaws is pretty crazy. Yeah, American Gods. So here's my criticism of American Gods. So I feel like some of the effects, and this isn't just me being a hater on CG, because I think that the best CG is CG that you don't notice. But I think some of the effects are working against what they're trying to do, like in terms of show the power of the gods. And I think that they could have gotten away with some cool slow-mo stuff, or just something beyond the dorky, like, I don't know, like just overdoing it. I think it gets in the way. Like, I want to take that show, even though it's crazy, I want it to be more realistic, if that makes any sense at all. Like, I want some realism in my fantasy, if that makes sense. Let's see. I've been enjoying the new season of Preacher. I watched about maybe half of the first season. It's definitely something I want to get back into. I liked what I saw. It was brutal what I saw. Let's see. Geez, you watch all 4 Jaws movies. That's intense. Let's see. Preacher's insane. Love the opening scenes of the first episodes of the season. Don't tell me anything. See, American Gods kind of does have a hyper-realistic feel.
Yeah, I can see that. Which is why I think we forgive it a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, some of the acting isn't the best. Some of the effects aren't the best. But I keep watching it because I like what's happening so far. It's really interesting, and you know, we have a lot of discussions about it. Like when we hit on something that we like, we end up having a lot of discussions about the shows. So I guess that means it's doing something right for us anyway. It's not like Walking Dead where we're just like, yeah, we can't take this anymore, we're done. It was just too abusive. Like it just seemed like a loop of abuse that I didn't care anymore. Let's see. How do you pronounce her last name? Sigismondi, whose music video work I really enjoyed for years. Really gave it that feel in the finale. Yeah, for sure. She did that one Sigur Rós video, right? The one with like all the kids in the gas masks and stuff. It was like all slow motion and like there's all this radioactive fallout.
I don't know, but that sounds
That sounds like her, right? Didn't she do? She did like Nine Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson. Yeah.
A bunch of other stuff.
So I'm kind of a, I don't know, amateur film buff. Amanda's you know quite a bit about like old directors and animation and stuff. So older stuff.
Bit. I can't hold my own next to you, but
well, yeah, I'm a little nuts about it. I watch a lot of movies. Although I'm so behind right now. I've told you guys that a million times though. Something else just came out that I want to see and just haven't seen it yet. Forget what it was. Oh, Britain Puppy Cat is in the chat. Welcome.
hi.
Hello. Great to see you here. Everybody say hello to Britain Puppy Cat. She is the best. Well, you're all the best, but she's great. So you guys should be friendly to her because she is awesome. Let's see. Oh, The Beautiful People and Tourniquet for Marilyn Manson. Yep, I totally remember all those.
Oh. I'm not gonna sing the whole.
That was great.
I'll sing that part.
Amanda just sang a part from The Beautiful People.
Yeah, what would you do without me?
Not much. I would not do very much without you. I would just sit and cry. Oh, Amanda's just always making noises in the background.
Yeah.
That's her. All right, I finally got it down. Now I'm going to start shading it. Let's see. Do you take drawing requests? I'll take the requests, but I won't do the drawing. I'm that kind of a jerk. No, I actually don't. It's hard enough for me to draw come up with something that I want to draw. I go through this struggle in my brain where I come up with all these ideas and then something stops me cold. So this morning, I don't know if you guys saw my drawing from this morning. It was this guy. Where is he? This guy right here. This is the super rough, but I drew a guy in a lifeguard chair next to a bird bath, which might still happen, but yeah, I didn't want to draw that lifeguard chair, so yeah. Somebody said, is anyone else having a hard time hearing him talk?
Uh-oh.
Is the audio okay for everybody else? Let's hear. Everybody give me a thumbs up for audio.
I can't judge because I'm hearing you talk.
Yeah, can you type it in there? Okay, Derek says I can hear him well. Oh, which one are you talking about? The one next to the lifeguard chair is awesome. Which one? This one? Or this one? Yeah, so I did a couple of roughs that I just didn't want to do. Okay. So it looks like it's something on your end, Colton. Sorry about the audio problems. Huh.
Candace is saying it's lower with the new mic.
Well, here, let me try to... I can turn it up a little bit.
Well, I can just yell.
Okay. I just for you guys, I just turned it up a little bit, so you might need to adjust your audio. So I'm just giving you a heads up. Let me know if that sounds any better, guys. So somebody says, there we go.
I should have an external mic.
Let's see. Yell, Amanda. Yell.
Hey, everybody!
That one's gonna peak everybody's audio.
Sorry.
Okay.
R.I.P. ears.
Okay, everybody can hear well now. So, sorry, I think I just had it turned down in the settings. So, yeah, I'm gonna tweak the audio a little bit. So let's see. Oh, You caught a mod over there.
That's all right. I got it.
Thanks, Josie. Making love to my eardrum. Oh boy, yeah, the kids outside are yelling, so maybe we'll hear that. Maybe my new microphone will pick up these kids. So every time the kid... I like to pretend that I'm like a really, really angry old man. And anytime the kids ride by on their bikes or something, I just say something really, really angry at them.
Today's one. I'm going to kill you with your own shoe.
I don't say it to them. I just say it to the universe. Yeah, it's just my practice for when I actually get old. Angry old man Ryniak.
It's about right.
You know, I have told kids to get off my lawn. So we don't have a fence in our backyard. And we're on the corner. So when I first moved in here, kids would just run through my backyard. So I had to go out there and kick them out all the time. Because, man, what if they tripped and, like, broke their nose face in the backyard?
Nose face?
Yeah. Their earballs. You know. Their chin neck. Then I get sued. Because they broke their finger knee. Yeah, I live in a corner house between the high school and the middle school. I'm always yelling kids to get off my lawn. Oh, that sounds awful. I'm sorry. I have kids, but they're the only kids I like. And sometimes I don't like them. I love them always. Sometimes I don't like them. I think that could be said for most relationships. Let's see. Heading home to start dinner. Well, see you later, Josiel. Always good to see you, hear you talk, see the words you are typing. Hopefully we'll see you soon at not Comic-Con. We'll probably see you at DesignerCon. But thanks for popping in. Have a good evening.
Here.
Jeremiah Kettner. Hey, buddy. Lurking and painting. So if you guys don't know Jeremiah's work, Mandy, could you find a link to his Instagram page? If you guys don't know Jeremiah Kettner, he is a painter of beautiful things. He has a very delicate hand, that one, for such a tall man. Nose face. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna rename all my characters. So Jeremiah, I've known Jeremiah for many years. From back in Chicago days, when you're just painting little tiny like bug-like characters, and now you're doing these beautiful, beautiful paintings. Good to hear and see you as well, pal. You're in Japan right now, correct? So what time is it there? Yeah, if you ever want to see anybody that has a really good handle on color, Jeremiah knows what he is doing. Living the dream in Japan land. Well, we'll be there in December for Tokyo Comic Con. So hopefully we'll see you there. 10:51 a.m. Oh, good. So that's a respectable time. Not too bad. Yeah, I had some people complaining that they're in Germany and this is the wrong time for them. But
that's bad timing for Europe.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out what a good time for Europe would be to like kind of just do one once in a while. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this guy's eye. I can't decide if I should. I'll make it dark. Nice. Well, we will see you at Tokyo Comic Con, Jeremiah. It's going to be crazy. We have a lot of work to do. Oh man, I don't like that. I don't like what I just did. So I'm going to erase it. Maybe his eyes will be kind of glowy. Went last year. It was surprisingly good. Was it huge? Was Tokyo Comic Con huge, Jeremiah? Because we have no idea what to expect. We saw the Tomonosuke booth. And it looked like a really decent setup. Blank eye. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do. Like I said, I'm having a hard time seeing this guy from so far away with my eyeball problems right now. But I might fix it after the stream when I can stick my face on my drawing.
Do you need some help?
No. It was big but not huge. So, is that in terms of like compared to San Diego Comic-Con, which I'm pretty sure you've been there. I've been there with you. What would you say compared to San Diego Comic-Con? Oh, it's Hot Chili Wrap. Hello, Hot Chili Wrap. Hope you're well. Welcome to the live stream. I just checked. We're holding strong at 26 people in the chat. What? Is it a table
awesome
flip?
Emotes. Is it a table?
It looks like it's a flipping table.
Flipped?
Yeah, I gotta get in on this emote thing. Is there, so since you guys are the subscribers or potential subscribers, what type of things do you like to see in an emote? Get in on the ground floor here. Maybe I'll take some requests, or I'll at least listen to your input and petitions. Yeah, and I'll say yes, that's very interesting. Oh yeah, oh yes, good, and then I'll use none of it. See, have I been to C2E2? No, we haven't. Let's see, it's about that scale. But last year was the first for Comic-Con in Tokyo. I would like a bat. Cute emotes sell subs. Well, they're for sure gonna be cute. I'm not gonna do any kaiju, I don't think. So they'll probably be all cute. People sub just for cute emotes. Let's see, Burble Bum. I know you're surprised. That's awesome. Yeah, maybe I'll do one of him. Cute always wins. Well, I won't be pandering because that's what I already do. So I don't feel bad. So I like drawing cute stuff. So I will be more than happy to supply some cute emotes. The one thing that I find with the emotes that I always see is I cannot tell what they are because they're so small. So I will definitely design for the size. So you guys will get nice clear emotes that you can tell what they are. Because I don't like it when I look at something and go, what is that? They're like emoticons, but the more people you subscribe to, so if you subscribe to me at a certain level, you'll get an emote at that level, and then you'll be able to use that emote on everybody's channel, I believe. So if you subscribe to a lot of people, you'll have a lot of different emotes. I think that's how it works. Critter Crew emote. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna get too detailed with the emote. So when we design enamel pins, we have to we kind of have to dumb down the detail because that process can handle a certain amount of detail, but if you put too much in there, it gets real muddy and hard to see. and it's not a good design. So I definitely know how to scale back detail enough so that it looks good. Huh, except on mobile they look super sharp always. See, I'm looking at it on an iPad, and I can tell what they are, but they're just so small.
I feel like Twitch is just made for mobile for the most part.
I think it is.
Like it's optimized for mobile.
It's made for mobile viewing, but not for
Right.
broadcasting for
Right.
sure. Oh yeah. Also, we haven't had any problems with the Wi-Fi or the
Don't say anything.
the internet. Knock on wood. Knock on all the wood. So I'm pretty happy about that. It was only that once, which I mean, it probably happens to everybody. Also, it could have been Twitch's problem. It was probably Twitch's problem. I'm gonna say it was Twitch's problem. It was for sure Twitch's problem. We don't have problems here.
Okay.
Everything always goes right and smoothly and perfect.
Wow.
And
yes.
no issues ever arise in the Fort Monster studio, ever.
That is an amazing level
Ever.
of wishful thinking.
Nothing ever goes wrong here.
See, I'm not the only one that's like, don't jinx it.
Oh, see, most people don't know that Fort Monster is the name of my company, and I never use it because I'm afraid it's going to confuse people. But I really like the logo. If you guys have the coloring book, you'll see the logo on the back. This is the logo. Look at that. Look at that logo. I slaved over that logo for years trying to get the right logo. So now that I have a logo, I never use it for anything because it'll confuse people. So, but I really like the logo. Yeah, it's an eye in a tent because it's like a, like fort, like a, it's sort of like a camp. But it went through a few iterations before I finally landed on that one. I'll probably make t-shirts of it. It's an eye in a tent hiding from injections. Yes. I'm gonna need another coloring book. I've almost painted all of mine. Oh my gosh.
That's 50 pages.
Well, you went crazy. Well, lucky for you, I have a few left. And you know where to get them. You can get them right here. Bindlewood.com for all your coloring book needs. That's awesome, though. Good job.
Do you need me to post a link?
You've colored more of them than I have. Oh yeah, if you want, find the link. That would be very helpful. Look at my mod over here. She's so professional.
And I'm doing work at the same time.
And she's working.
And drinking.
Which is... What you working on over there? What's Amanda working on?
Header cards for Comic-Con minis.
Yay! New packaging. Oh yeah, how's Uncle Steve's back? His wife have the baby yet?
Close.
Very close. I think his back is fine. Let's see. It relaxes me. I love coming home from work, getting a page or two going, and unwinding. That's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Are you going to do a digital coloring book for iPad? Probably, but not quite yet. Let's see. Multitasking Amanda. I was listening to a podcast that mentioned it takes 2 years to create a coloring book. That's after all the drawings are done. Is that right? It doesn't take that long. It took me that long because I was doing it in between other things. I mean, I've had more than enough images to make this thing, My problem is that I rarely have any time to sit down and devote to one thing. So I'm often like working on, and no less than 10 things at once. So I'm starting one thing, I'm putting it down, I'm going to work on another thing, I'm putting that down, I'm going to work on another thing. And it's because, all this stuff kind of needs to get done. And if I just stop, deadlines, come and go, and we have events coming up. So it took me a long time to compile it all because I had to go through and process all the images and make sure that they were all clean, and I had to Photoshop all the edges. So it just took me a long time because I was the only one doing it, and I was coming up with new drawings as I was doing it, so I'd nix some of them because I didn't like them. But yeah, it took me a while. But now that I have the process down, now that I've done it once, and we had to figure out a vendor, and we had to figure out the right kind of paper. But now that I've done it once, I could probably throw another one together. Don't hold me to this. I could probably throw another one together in a month or two with all the images I have. So let's see. What happened to Kaiju's tail? He got it stuck in an escalator.
It's good.
You guys tell me what happened to this Kaiju's tail. I think the Critter Crew is capable of coming up with a perfectly reasonable explanation why a 40-story tall monster would have broken the tip of his tail off. Discuss in the chat. Let's see. The Kermit flail gif. Let's see.
I posted the Kermit type.
Nice. Let's see, I don't have the skill or patience. I just get home and stare at Chris Ryniak toys for a bit. It makes me happy. Oh, thanks, Derek. Staring at smiling little toys helps. What do I do to unwind?
You don't.
I don't. I watch stuff. I try. Although I did go fishing the other day.
You did. You should do that more.
I went fishing. I was having a particularly trying day. And I didn't know what to do with myself, so I went fishing. Have I talked about fishing on here already? I think I probably have. About the fishing styles of Chris Ryniak. Let's see. Pizza tossing Kaiju probably ate it, then flew away. See, just changed in my living room display so I can make room for the new Figgle Bits. I'm not sure. Oh, there are even more Figgle Bits coming. And they are glow in the dark. That's all I can tell you right now, because that's all I know. It's always funny when I was at 5 Points Festival, somebody, I think it was Andy from, Andy? What is that guy's name from?
From what?
Toy Chronicle. Andy? Gary. Gary? Andy. And why am I drawing a blank on this? I know his name. I have a terrible memory too, by the way. And I know this guy, and he's a friend of mine. He walks over to me with 3 glow-in-the-dark Figgle Bits. And he's like, have you seen these yet? So he saw them before I did. So that's usually how that stuff happens. Let's see, I was going to ask about the GID Figgle Bits, but I don't know if they were top secret or not. No, they are not top secret. Gary, that's who it is.
It is Gary, right? There's an Andy at the Toy Chronicle, too.
Okay, that's probably why. There's 4 colorways of Figgle Bit right now, correct? Orange, green, blue, and pink, right? Yep, that is it. You guys not on Twitter? Yes, we are on Twitter. I don't know who you guys are. Us guys? Me guys?
Us guys.
Mandy guys? Us guys. Yeah, and so the glow in the dark is the next colorway of the Figgle Bits, and they are going to be painted also. So I just approved the paint on those a week or two ago. Let's see. I got real lucky in the Thimblestump group that someone had a bunch of stuff they were trading, and I snagged all 3 green guys. I want the orange ones, and I just need the Atticus to have all the Thimblestumps, not including all the color variants. Wow, you have a lot.
That's great.
Let's see, you need the pink ones and the GID ones. Well, you can get the pink ones from me. Let's see. Me and Amanda. Yes, we are on Twitter. Just look up this guy. At Chris Ryniak on Twitter. Our Figglebits sold on any other websites, not Bindlewood. They are sold at Rotofuji. I think they have the blue ones. I periodically have the pink ones. I have a few left. I've been bringing them to conventions. I may release a few during the next sale. Because I'm down to not very many, so I may release a few more. So the pink ones were only available through me, so that was my colorway. So if you guys don't know, here's a little insider baseball for you guys for vinyl toy collectors. So most of the time, the way that toy deals are done are either through a percentage or through product. And because we have such a good distribution system with Steve, I tend to take my payment in the form of product, and then I have things to bring to conventions and stuff. So that colorway was specifically, that was my payment for that particular license. So all the other ones I don't get any money for because I got paid in toys that I had to sell. So I hope that makes sense. Let's see. Rotofuji has blue and green. Yeah, the orange ones were the first ones, so those are difficult to find. Let's see. I should post a photo of my Thimblestump shelf on IG. And only Plop. Plop. Plop's name is Plop because he's sitting on his bottom. Like he plopped down on his butt. So if you guys don't know what the Figglebits look like, this is Fibbly, I believe.
That's Gubble.
This one's Gubble?
Yeah.
This is Gubble. And then this one is Plop.
Plop has the tiny feet.
Plop has itty bitty feet that you probably can't see. So these ones, I actually sculpted the masters of these. So I'm pretty happy with these guys. They're cute. And they're just one piece vinyl. No articulation or anything, but they're just cute little characters. So yeah, they are bigger. They're bigger than our minis. So yeah, they're a decent size. They're about the size of Thimblestump Hollow characters. And when I sculpted them, I'm like, these are going to be the smallest things ever. But then, you should see the last thing I just sculpted. Holy cow, it's so tiny. No wonder why my eye hurts. Oh, thanks, Brit and Pup Cat. Yeah, I think they're cute too. I'm really happy with them. They ended up coming out much later than they were supposed to. And I was afraid. I'm always afraid when we get into making new product, I'm always super afraid that by the time it comes out, because production takes a long time on some of this stuff, I'm always afraid that it's not going to look like what I'm doing currently, because I do tend to change things up quite a bit over time. But those guys hold up pretty well. I'm pretty happy with them. And typically when you make vinyl toys, there's, they're going to make multiple colorways so that they can fund the production of them. So, geez, like we're still releasing Snybora, which if you guys don't know what Snybora looks like, this is Snybora.
Don't pay any attention to that text. It's just me.
Okay.
I was texting Jamie.
Okay. Missed it, guys. We missed it.
I'll be back.
So this is Snibora. This was the second toy I made, I think. So I sculpted this one as well. He's based on a bowfin, which is a type of fish in the Great Lakes, typically called a dogfish. So this was part of the Lake Monsters series, but this is also produced by Rotofuji and Scribbles. So yeah. So but when I'm not sure what year we did these guys in. 2010 was when they came out. So so this guy, we've had, I don't know how many colorways of these guys we've had. So I want to say, but there's still colorways coming out since 2010. So this guy's been out for 7 years, and we keep putting out colorways. So there we go. Hot Chili Wrap tagged me in something on Twitter. Well, I am going to look on Twitter right now. Here's me looking on Twitter. Look at me. So I can prove it to you that I'm looking on Twitter right now.
You're twitting.
I'm tweeting. Oh, look. D'Artagnan did this awesome painting.
Wait, I gotta look.
Here, I'm going to bring it over.
I can look at my...
Just look at your screen. Burble Bombs. Look at them. That's great, man. That is really... Here, maybe I'll turn it this way to make it bigger. Look at that. Good job. That's fantastic. See, you get on the stream and I share stuff with you. I didn't get that other tag, though. It's great when you lose count. Yeah, it's funny. There've been like 11 big Muscamute. I think there's 11, maybe more. Yeah, there've been a lot of big Muscamute colorways that have come out. So yeah, I just lost count. And sometimes it like the numbers are higher than others, but sometimes they're just like little tiny colorways that come out, you know, like less than 30. And those ones are harder to get. So there's one that I let slip through my fingers. Actually, I didn't let it slip through my fingers. I traded it for something for Amanda. I had a black, solid black big Muscamute unpainted. And I only had one of them. And I traded it for a Plague Rat from...
I love it.
From Plague Toys. But I know he's in good hands. My friend Ferg has him, so he's in good hands. Let's see. Oh, photo on IG, on Instagram. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Oh, that's a great. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Look at that collection. That's an awesome collection. And you got all the stinky gingers too. Nice. Thank you. I've been tracking the Muscamute since I started collecting. That's the only one I don't have. I have all the other ones, and I had that one, and I gave it up, but it's okay. It's like I said, I know it's in a good home. So if you ever want to look for a solid black one, hit Clay Ferguson, Ethan. He's the one with it. And for the longest time, I didn't have a solid pink stinky ginger either. I think I have it up here. Oh no, it's downstairs. So if you guys don't know who Stinky Ginger is, this is Stinky Ginger. It's a hard one to see in this frame, but there's Stinky Ginger. This is the sort of clear half spray one. So this is another one that I designed and sculpted. So weird, angry ginger. Oh, bumped the camera. Party foul. Let's see. I'm missing the orange stinky ginger. I think that was the second colorway. I don't think I have any extras of that one. I think I've sold all my orange ones. They're so hard to keep track of all the colors. I don't know. You never know, Ethan. He might want to part with it. Let's see. I have the recent pink one, but not that version either. Yeah, there was a like a solid pink version, and then there was the more clear version that came out prior to that. So, yeah, it's hard to keep track. And like I think we said on the last stream, if you go to trampt, trampt.com, you can see basically like all of the colorways of all the toys. If you look up my name or Amanda's name or anybody's name that you like their designs, there's a pretty good documentation of different colorways and releases and stuff on there. So, and I know some people's like stuff that people have in some of their collections, like Easy Efro. Some of your stuff is actually on there cataloged. So, for insurance purposes, that might help. Orange is my favorite color. Awesome. Orange is my favorite color too. So anything I can find in orange, I'm all for. Well, that one was it orange or was it? It was glitter orange with red, a red top.
Yeah, that one was cool.
That one was really, really cool. That one, unfortunately, is downstairs in the archive.
It looks like a bottle of Maker's Mark.
Yeah, it totally looks like Maker's Mark. I would go grab it, but it's all the way in the basement. I'll have it up next time. So, we are getting there, folks. We're getting close to the end. Did you guys just hear that? That was
sorry,
Amanda yawning. She's so bored with me right now. If I ever stumble across a hidden orange stinky ginger somewhere in my house, I'll let you know. I keep one of everything for my archives, and I know I have one. I have one unpainted and one painted of every colorway. So I'm partial to the unpainted ones myself. I find them to be more interesting looking. I don't think I have any unpainted stuff up here. I don't think I do. Have any unpainted? Oh, can I see your unpainted snowshoe and the painted one?
Which color?
The blue one.
And the painted one?
Yeah. So I just want to show you guys. This is an unpainted snowshoe. This is one of Amanda's toys. And then this is the painted one. So this is what color the vinyl is, so you can see it. And then they put a spray mask over the other parts, and then they paint them. They spray paint them. So it looks like there's 1, 2, 3 colors on top of that blue. So it's 4 colors. So, but I'm always partial to unpainted. I don't know why. I think because I gravitate more towards sculpture anyway. So this guy has a fun backstory. Well, I'll tell another time. Or Amanda can tell it on her live stream.
It's true.
Let's see. Mr. Bumbles is here in a poof of cinnamon scented glowing red smoke. Poof! One of everything, even your originals. Not the originals. So things like editions, like these guys. I have one of all the painted versions of these guys. But the bigger pieces, no, those are like one of a kind. I have a couple now, but for the most part, everything, like literally everything is gone. Let's see. I'm missing one of the unpainted snowshoes. Are these mold injection? No, they're rotocast. No, actually, they're slush cast Sofubi vinyl. Let's see, unpainted all the way. Yes. I have an unpainted bubble gut. I can't figure out what to do with. unpainted bow. Is it the orange one? Let's see. Ryniak, I visited my mother and showed her the coloring book. She's in love with your work, but she'd love to see your take on a Luna moth. Huh. A Luna moth. I'll have to look that up. See, I've done some moths, but I'm not sure if I've done a Luna moth.
Pretty colors.
Let's see. I can link the picture I was trying to tag you in on Twitter. Yeah, go for it. Oh, the green bubble gut. We'll talk, Ethan. We'll talk about what to do with that green bubble gut. I have some thoughts for you. An unpainted crumb eater. It won't even let. Did you get to see that link, Amanda?
No, it just automatically deleted it.
Weird.
Can I click on? Wait, I might be able to click on it.
Do you have any plans to turn the Bumblebee into a little collectible model? Not right now. There's a lot of stuff in line before that guy, but I know a lot of people really liked that bee. But you never know. It's funny. I always get all the time, and this isn't directed at you. This is just a thing that happens. I always get people saying, like, I'll do a drawing and they'll say, make that into a toy, and that's awesome. But there's a few things. First of all, like, I have a million other projects in the works, and to make something into a 3D character, however it's going to be produced, is very time consuming. And often when I do drawings, I'm not thinking about how they work three-dimensionally. So sometimes things just will not work. I mean, I could sculpt a one-off, but for production, there's a lot of things that are just, they're difficult and prohibitive to do. And that's often what the problem is. But yeah, a lot of times it's like, drop what you're doing and make this thing. And that's I know that's not what people are saying, but that's often what it feels like. So yeah, you never know what I'm gonna do next. I'm often on a whim. Let's see. Bumblebee. Let's see. It's not monsters, but I started doing emotes 2 days ago with my mouse. Oh, that's fun. Let's see. How did you get the unpainted versions, Ethan? You guys are still trying to get that link to work, huh?
Yeah.
Man, there was so much drama happening there trying to get a link to work. I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon here, so hopefully we can get that to work beforehand. We've been hearing about this link for so long. The suspense is killing me. So I think they whispered it to you.
I'm looking.
Whispers. I don't like the name of that. It sounds so like creepy. I sent you a whisper.
I don't see a whisper from Hot Chili Wrap.
Weird. I don't think it's to me. Oh, it's to me. Sorry, I'm off not paying attention.
No, it's okay.
Oh, it's not to me.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a whisper.
No whispers. Maybe you don't have allow whispers on.
I'm getting whispers from other people.
Huh. Whisper. Hey, can I send you a whisper? And in return, can you send me some of your hair?
Yeah.
Whisper. So many whispers. All right, guys. We're going to have to wrap this up. I don't think I can go any further with this. I'm just going to make it worse. What do we think? We good? Is this guy good? Good enough for Instagram anyway? I'll ask the expert Kaiju lover, Ethan. He's an E-Fro. What do you think? I have newt, skin of toad, 3 chest hairs from Chris Ryniak. That would be all of them that I have. All right, everybody's saying he looks good. Thank you so much, everybody. Well, you guys are always awesome, and I will get the weird whatever was happening with the alerts all fixed, and then hopefully we'll have some emotes set up for next time, and we will be legit. But thanks for joining. I'm glad you're fond of his arms, Derek. Easy Efro's seal of approval. Awesome. Maker Geek is clapping.
Oh, a slow clap.
A slow clap. Thanks for popping in, Jeremiah. Always good to see you, even if I don't see you. But this guy will be up on Instagram right here tomorrow. You guys already know that. And are we on for Monday night? Yes. So far as I know, we are on for Monday night. Tell all your friends. What am I looking at there?
Like noodle arms.
Noodle arms. Tell all your friends to come join. And tell everybody that you had a great time here. And glad I finally made an account and wasn't lurking. It was awesome that you popped in, Britain Puppy Cat. Tell everybody. Hop into Twitter every Monday and Thursday night. And we'll keep doing this because it seems to be going well. So enjoy the rest of your night, everybody. Have a good weekend. And I will see you back here on Monday. And without further ado... Oh, Pegasus! Missed the stream. Hi, anyway. I'm so sorry, Pegasus. At least I got to say your name. And just for good measure, on the way out, good night, everybody. What was that? It made some weird sound, but we're going out on the air horn. And I'll be in the chat for another minute or two. So we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Goodbye.